Nerd Nation. What's up, guys? It's your boys, Amp and Kenny. Kenny, what's going on, man?
What's up, bro? How you doing?
You here
man?
or what?
Bro, my mind right now, I just saw the Batman. So, like,
That's
literally, my mind is just all over that movie. Like,
Okay.
what's to come, what I just saw. I might go see it again, man. Like, I've seen, like, a lot of people on Twitter. Like, like, the people we follow, like, Soups, Straw Hat Goofy. They're, like, they loved it even more the second time. Because, like, like, when you watch a movie second time, you pick up on stuff you might have missed.
Yeah.
You catch the hints and the foreshadowing better. So it was an amazing movie, bro. Like, like really, really good. Maybe DC will finally get it right because they suck.
Yeah. No, yeah. I'm going tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, so this is what happens in the movie, right? So
anyways, so Kenny, we should be having our fantasy baseball draft soon. But guess what? Baseball is in a lockout. Screw the MLB.
Sucks.
This is very frustrating, man.
Bro, they have to be one of the worst.
No, not one. The worst.
Sorry, the worst ran league. And that's saying a lot because they're all pretty bad.
Yeah.
But they're not this bad.
One. They locked out in December, but they didn't have to. They could have kept the offseason going and still negotiated the CBA. Well, Rob Manfred and the owners wanted to lock out because honestly, the owners are
leverage.
They are basically putting the ball in the players' court, but with very little negotiation. They're like, this is what you're gonna get, whether you agree or not. And they're not playing fair, to be honest with you.
They closed. They started the lockout. It took them, I think, 43 days before they even started negotiating.
Yeah, like, come on, man.
Why not start the very next day after you start the lockout or the next week?
Like, it's honestly, it's so obvious that it's all about money. They don't care about the fans. They don't care about the players. Yeah. Like, imagine you work for your company and they don't not care about you that much. That's how little they care about the employees, right?
Well, I mean, that's kind of like the rumors as to why Jeter left. Like, apparently, like, he can tell, like, these owners don't care about winning, and he's like, this isn't what I signed up for.
Yeah.
Like, this wasn't my dream or goal, whatever you want to call it. And he's like, screw this, I'm out.
Plus, he's from the Yankees, where he's used to the team spending money to win.
And winning. Yeah, exactly.
Like,
and I'm guessing, like, when they bought the team, they're like, okay, a couple of years of rebuilding the farm, and then we'll splurge, we'll spend money. And I guess now they're like, oh no, like, we're trying to be the Marlins.
Well, here's the thing, right? When you think about owners of sports teams, let's just talk about Miami, right? You got Stephen Ross, Dolphins, Mickey Arison, Heat. Like, it's a single owner as the majority owner. The Marlins are an ownership group. They do not have the money to They shouldn't have bought the team. The only reason they got the team is because of Jeter. Exactly.
Jeter, yeah. Well, people were pissed. People were like, this team now is definitely not going to spend money because
now he's gone.
Now he's gone.
Yeah, I've seen that some people are like, maybe it's a good thing because of the decisions he was making or whatever. I don't know if it's a good thing or not, but I'm pretty sure that the ownership group does not have the money to go spend on players. If they did, you really think Jeter would have left?
Yeah, it's also say, like, I think it's a bad thing because if it was a good thing of where they were heading, Jeter wouldn't have left. And I don't think Jeter would have headed in a bad direction because literally, like he's not going to try to tarnish his name after everything like that he's built. Like, look at Phil Jackson, right?
Yeah.
A coach, not a player, but was an amazing coach. Jordan, Kobe, then kind of ruined his. I mean, not everybody knows about it, but kind of ruined his legacy when he went to the Knicks and was as in the front office and sucked.
Yeah,
sucked. Like, was terrible. So
yeah,
not gonna do that.
Honestly, I'm so sick of the Marlins. I'm so sick of MLB. I don't think I'm going to any games this year. Screw them.
No major league games.
No major league. We're gonna go to some minor league games.
Yeah,
that should be exciting.
And minor league's still gonna start on time. I think April 12th is opening day for minor league. Like,
okay, I'll see you in North Carolina
for sure.
So, all right, man. Let's get down to business, right? It's our favorite time of year. It's Dynasty time, bro. Did the combine start? No, it starts tomorrow. Actually.
What do you mean?
The NFL Combine. Doesn't it start tomorrow?
Well, they're running 40s literally right now.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so it is today. Okay,
and then they did like some like interviews already. They did measurements today. I have hands bigger than Kenny Pickett.
Yeah,
like
that
literally,
is something.
Literally, like I saw the measurement. People were like, oh, like 8.5, tiny hands. And I'm like how tiny is that? I'm like, let me go measure. I've never measured my hands. I'm like, let me go measure my hands. I'm like, holy shit, I have bigger hands than Kenny Pickett, and I know I would struggle to hold a damn NFL football.
You know, if he is when he's drafted, I think he will have the smallest hands in the league.
Yep.
Which normally I don't pay attention to those metrics, but apparently he had 28 fumbles in college.
Yeah, but also that I think that's more of a fundamental issue because
how you're holding the ball, you're placing it.
Because his hands were 8.5 inches. Joe Burrow had the same.
True. He had the same knock on him.
He only 9 inches, half an inch more.
Yeah.
Right. So, and meanwhile, I don't know about Tua's hands or Daniel Jones's hands, but I assume they're much bigger, and they both have had fumbling issues as well. So it is what it is. I don't look into those numbers. Not even 40s. Like all those numbers, I think are all BS.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's just.
I think the compromise is more about getting to know the player. I feel like, at least for the GMs and the head coaches, I feel like they want to try to get a feel for the guy's character and all the other stuff. So
yeah, for sure. So we're gonna discuss our Dynasty wide receiver rankings. All right. Last week we did quarterbacks, and honestly, did we have the exact top 10? We did, just not the same order.
There was one guy you had.
I don't think so.
I feel like we were off on one.
I think we had the same top 10.
Just a different order?
Just different order. Some of them a little too much in the order. Now, this is harder. Like, I did my top 10, but I'm going to be honest, I hate that my 11th guy is not in the top 10.
It's Jalen Waddle.
It's not, actually.
It's not. Oh, okay. The way you said it, I'm like, it has to. Like,
you thought it was. That's true.
Like,
you thought it was a Dolphin. No. Jalen Waddle is in my top 10.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. So this definitely, I think, is going to be a little more spicy.
There's so many receivers that honestly, like, my top 10, like, I feel like any of these top 10 guys, if he was number one on your list, like, you can make an argument for it. Like, these are mainly just kind of like my opinion. And also, there's when I was making this list, you're going to notice there's a lot of QB questions. Like, a lot of these guys can go higher or lower depending on their QB situation, and a lot of these guys will have a different QB than they did last year. So,
that's funny.
Free agency hasn't started yet. It starts in 2 weeks. So, by the time we get to the season, my rankings might be in a different order.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because some of my explanations on certain guys is independent. Is literally because of the QB question.
So, for each one, I have like 2 little dots, like 2 little notes. And for half of them, I put QB question mark.
Yeah. Honestly, when you're listening to this, guys, do not take much. Like, this is going to change in a month.
Yeah.
And then a month after that.
But I feel like these top 10 guys, for the most part, will be the top 10, just in a different order depending on their QB situation. That makes sense. So, let's get into it.
So, let's go. Number one. Let's say it at the same time. Let's see if we got the same number one right.
Ready?
3, 2, 1. Jamar Chase.
Justin Jefferson. Ooh, okay. You go first.
You're already starting off. It's Jamar Chase. That's all I have to say. I don't care. Well, I know some of the talk is that, he's got T. Higgins on the same team, who's probably in some people's top 10 as well. I don't care. Jamar Chase is nasty. The man is an alpha. I wanted him to the Dolphins in the draft.
Could have had him.
We literally could have had him. I like Waddle, but
he's no Chase.
Jamar Chase is already a top 3-4 receiver in the league, man.
Yeah.
I think the fact that he's going to be with Joe Burrow for the next 10 years. He's only 22 years old. He just turned 22, I think, yesterday. Jamar Chase. We did our startup in the Dynasty Dogs. He went like 5th or 6th overall.
Was he the first receiver or was it Jefferson? I don't remember.
I was 6th pick. So he went 5th overall, ahead of Justin Jefferson.
I mean, I have a number 2.
Yeah, I mean,
I
have
a number 2. I mean, one of my knocks on him. It's not really a knock, but the T. Higgins thing, right?
Okay.
Which he also had arguably the greatest rookie receiver season ever. So like you're expecting him to do that again.
No.
But I also expect T. Higgins to do better. Like I think T. Higgins is now in my top 10. But at the end I put some honorable mentions, and he's in my honorable mentions. I thought about putting him at 10 or like 10, 11 range.
Yeah.
He's a stud as well. So I feel like that kind of hurts him a little bit. Whereas Justin Jefferson that I put up there, number 1, his only real threat is Adam Thielen.
KJ Osborne.
I said real threat. It's Adam Thielen, who's getting older.
I need Osborne to do well this year.
I think Thielen will be 34 when the season starts. I'm pretty sure.
Thielen's not that old.
I think he was 33 this past season.
Thielen?
Look it up real quick. I might be wrong, but he's definitely older.
Yeah, I think he's going to be like 31, 32.
That's still old.
Yeah, he's 31 right now.
Oh, okay, my bad.
No, it is old, especially for a receiver. And once the receiver hits that 30, they're like,
Yeah. So, and also, Jefferson, he's high volume, high yardage, and high touchdown. Like,
But what if Kirk Cousins is only there for another year?
What if Joe Burrow fucking dies?
Come on.
I'm just saying, like.
But that's a real question. They're committed. I think they're committing to Kirk Cousins for next year. But did they make the playoffs? I don't even think they made the playoffs last year. No,
I don't think they go anywhere from Kirk Cousins unless it's an upgrade. Like, Kirk Cousins is not the worst.
Oh, really?
No, I've never said he was bad.
You said he was. You literally said he was bad.
No, people were no. Listen, the year they signed him was the year they went. They had that miracle play with Case Keenum, and people were acting like this is what was going to put them over the top.
I mean, he's a big upgrade over Case Keenum.
Has he been?
Yes.
Have they? No, I think he is. But have they been better? Have they gotten further with him?
No.
Have they even gotten that far with him?
No, I don't think so.
But people were acting like, oh, Minnesota just need a quarterback. Kirk Cousins is gonna be that guy to get them there. I'm like, bro, I've seen Kirk Cousins twice a year for the last how many years? This guy is not that guy. Okay, he's solid guy, but he's not that guy.
But Minnesota was not only a QB upgrade away from.
But that offseason, that was the.
I mean, when you give a guy a 3-year guarantee, he's the first ever fully guaranteed, 3-year, $84 million, fully guaranteed.
It also hurt him the fact that Case Keenum did so well that year, because Case Keenum, like you say, he's whatever average.
He's a backup. He's literally a backup quarterback.
So people were like, "Oh, if they could do this with Case Keenum, imagine we're Kirk Cousins." I
agree with that mindset.
I didn't, and I was right because it hasn't done anything.
Okay,
that was my whole argument.
But one thing, Kirk Cousins can sustain 1 to 2 top fantasy wide receivers for sure.
Does it every year.
Yeah, including Dalvin Cook being a top running back as well.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So
who's your number 2? I told you
my number 2 is Justin Jefferson. So we just swapped. Yeah.
So let's skip to 3.
So I'll go first. I want to hear your number 3.
My number 3 is Cooper Kupp.
Okay.
Not your number 3?
No.
All right. So let me tell you my reason before you tell me yours.
Okay.
All right. I think Cooper Kupp, if it wasn't for the age, he could be number 1.
Oh, come on, obviously.
Right? But K-Makers coming back next year. Robert Woods should be back in the mix as well, right? He just had probably the best wide receiver season of all time.
No, not probably. I think it is the best.
That's not going to happen again.
No.
Right? And this past season, the Rams ran the ball the 9th fewest and had the 3rd fewest rushing touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, with K-Makers back in the mix, you expect that to go down a little bit. Does that make sense?
No, for sure.
Oh, you look confused. So
my question is, if you're giving me all these cons, why'd you put him at 3 and not 4?
Because he's still amazing.
Okay.
Like, he's this is why I didn't have him number 1. This is
why I don't think you can put him at number 1.
This isn't why. Some people have. Some people still have him there.
6 years older than the best 2 receivers in the league right now. They're freaking 22 years old.
Some people have him at number 1. I'm saying this is why I don't have him number 1.
Redraft, yes.
Aside from age.
Yeah.
So who was your number 3?
Mine is another older receiver, Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek, which is my number 4.
And Cooper Kupp is my number 4.
Okay.
So
All right.
let me discuss Cooper Kupp since you're on it, right? I actually am not worried about the Cam Akers coming back or the Robert Woods or the Odell possibly. I'm not worried about any of it because
Just age,
because that offense is still as firepower as it's going to be next year as it will be this past year.
Let me ask you a question then. How much into the future are you looking at when you establish your dynasty team? Because are you really thinking, okay, in my year 10 of having this dynasty team, I'm still going to have Jefferson? You probably won't. You might trade him away, whatever. He might fall off.
Yeah, honestly, I like to stick to a 2 to 3 year window.
Okay, then that's why Cooper Kupp should be up there because
correct.
He's for the next 2-3 years, he's still going to be
a top 10 receiver,
elite
easily.
Stafford will still be there for at least 2-3 years.
Yeah.
And
that's why I have him up here. I also just
have him above the other guys
because they're. And if I'm going to do a tiebreaker, I'm going to go with the guy that's 6 years younger.
Okay. I'm just asking.
Like, imagine you had Tyreek Hill 5 years ago.
Was he in the league 5 years ago?
Yeah.
How long has he been in the league now? 7 years?
I don't know, something like that. Yeah. So I put Tyreek at 3. Honestly, the Mahomes factor. I know Tyreek had some down games, a stretch of down games, because Mahomes did too. But I also do see some regression for Kupp. He's not going to have the insane season he had next year. But also, Hill is still only 28. So he's got another 2 to 3 years of that elite status.
Okay.
And he can literally win you weeks.
So you just mentioned him having some down games, whatever. What if I told you that this past season he set career highs in targets and receptions? Really? Yeah. That's why I have him in the form. Like, he's had career highs in targets and receptions, and Kelsey's slowly declining. Slowly. Yes, Kelsey's not going to fall off. He's not going to fall off, but he's declining a little bit.
Like, the difference between Kelsey and the next couple guys is shrinking.
Yeah, and also you would assume that, let's say in 2-3 years, Kelsey's just an average Joe.
Yeah, he'd be 33.
You assume that Tyreek will still be a top guy, so that helps me even more. So that was my reason for putting him at 4 instead of lower. Number 5. This is where it gets a little tricky for me because
this was so hard.
When I was making these lists, my number 5 guy was like, and some people was like top 3, and then like some people was like 15th. But I'll put him at number 5.
Okay.
AJ Brown.
Oh, okay. Man, we're like literally a pick off each time.
Yeah. You have him at 6.
I have him at 6.
AJ Brown, I could see why people put him at top 3. The dude is a stud. He's a beast, right? Tannehill can support him, whatever. The only thing is injuries. That's literally why, like, you have to worry about injuries because you know he's gonna miss. It's just the way he's built. Like, he's a big guy.
He's kind of like a running back that plays like his body. He takes hits.
Yeah.
He missed.
Like, he's not a tall guy. I don't believe he's a tall guy, but he's a bigger guy.
Yeah.
So,
he missed 5 games, but he had games where he was like duds because he probably left the game early. Like, I had him on my redraft team.
The Titans' offense had some games where they were just non-existent.
Yeah.
So,
you want to hear a crazy stat? Tannehill finished at QB1.
Tannehill's a beast fantasy-wise.
He finished. He's not a beast. But he finished.
I'm not saying.
I have him in Dynasty, man.
But I'm saying, like, for what you believe, like.
For the narrative on Tannehill, Tannehill's consistent. Like, he was consistently average. No, he finished the 12th QB. So QB1. And that's missing AJ Brown for multiple games. I don't know who he was throwing to.
Let me ask you a question real quick. Since we're on the subject of Ryan Tannehill and AJ Brown, and I see you're wearing your Miami Heat hat and your NBA Jam hat. I saw a tweet, right, that was comparing the Miami Heat, this is post-LeBron era, Miami Heat to the Tennessee Titans. Consistently good in the regular season. I can't remember. I think it was a Miami guy that posted this. Okay. He was like, nobody wants to see them. Nobody wants to
send it to me.
I I saved it for this occasion. No, nobody wants to see them in the playoffs. They're glad when they're out, but you also don't really feel like they're going to be a threat to win it all. Do you agree with that?
I do not. I do for the Titans.
Take your bias aside.
I am. I'm going to
Okay.
take my bite. Oh, I'm literally wearing all Heat gear.
Yeah.
They're playing the Nets right now.
I don't agree with it either.
I don't know if you saw last night's. Hold on. Did you see last night's
I
last
saw
play of the
how
Heat
it
game?
ended.
God, that was so frustrating, man.
I saw how it ended.
I don't agree. I honestly think that the Heat can make it to the finals. Now, I think the Bucks are still the team to beat.
I don't think so.
Who?
I think it's the Sixers now.
The Sixers?
And as much as I hate it, because I'm not a fan of the Sixers, but Harden and Embiid have immediately meshed well together. Bro, every game they've been killing it. And they have like Tyrese Maxey.
Tyrese Maxey's nice.
Like they're pretty stacked, bro. And I think just now with Embiid and Harden together, like I think they're my favorites to come out of the East. But I mean, I would love for the Heat to beat them because I don't want to see them.
I hate the Sixers.
Yeah,
I hate them so much. But I honestly, the Heat, bro, they've maintained the first seed, missing starters throughout the whole year.
Well, I mean, but that's literally how the Titans are. They were the number one seed.
That's true.
Like I get the comparison. Like I could see.
I get it too, but I think the Heat are better than the Titans are, if that makes sense.
Like roster wise,
honestly, yeah. Did we really expect the Titans to beat the Chiefs? You think they're going to contend with the Chiefs and the Bills? Who beat them? Oh, the Bengals.
But if they did, you wouldn't be surprised.
I would have. I was surprised. I wasn't too surprised that the Bengals beat them, but I was.
Okay. I just want to bring it up real quick. I saw you wearing your stuff.
It's a good comparison.
Yeah. All right. So your number 5?
My number 5 is CeeDee Lamb.
Ooh.
CeeDee Lamb is 22 years old. He's on one of the. You don't like him?
Don't like him. He plays for that team down in Dallas. I don't like him.
But he's on one of the best offenses in the league, right? Mm-hmm. There's talk. Dalton Schultz, I think, is going to go get a payday.
Okay.
Even though whoever the tight end is in Dallas is definitely worth 80 to 100 target. Like the year before, was it the year before? Yeah, the year before Blake Jarwin got hurt, and that's when Dalton Schultz kind of came out of nowhere. He had an awesome year. Yeah. Then last year, Dalton Schultz had another good year, so he's going to go get paid. But there's talks of Amari Cooper probably on the move, which I don't think is smart by Dallas.
Gallup might leave.
I think Gallup is as good as gone. Yeah, okay. I think he is. Even though they said that they want to keep him, so maybe they let Cooper walk.
Somebody else will pay him more.
Somebody, yeah. I mean, and somebody should. Yeah. Jacksonville. I don't know.
I think he's really good. Like I think he could be. Honestly, yeah. Like
he's a good. Like he's not an alpha receiver, but he's a good
actually.
B receiver.
Gallup will be the perfect guy to go to Miami that wouldn't hurt Waddle's fantasy value.
We're going to talk about that. Actually.
Because if let's say you guys sign like a Chris Godwin, that might hurt Jalen Waddle. Like, you know what I mean? But I think Gallup's good enough to be your receiver too without hurting Waddle's fantasy wise at least.
Yeah. I think CeeDee Lamb was inconsistent this year. I had him in a redraft.
Dak wasn't the best.
Yeah. I took CD in our Dynasty draft.
Oh, did you?
Our startup, yeah. So I went CD and then I went T Higgins. So those are my two receivers who I'm very happy with.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think CD's the future of Dallas. He's gonna have another. He's a beast, man. Yeah. And he's at 22 years old. And he's attached to Dak's not going anywhere. You know. So
some people might say that's not the best thing.
I'm not one of those people. I think Dak is just fine.
I think Dak is all right.
You also have the Dallas bias.
Well, yeah. Oh, also I don't love Dak and I don't love McCarthy, right?
Oh well, he's not gonna be there much longer, so I'm not worried about that. Okay, so that's our number 5, CD, and you have AJ Brown. Who's your number 6?
My number 6, I wrote down one thing for him because he could be number 1. If it wasn't for this one question mark. You want to guess what it is?
Where is Aaron Rodgers going to play?
Exactly. I put Rodgers, question mark. Like, if this guy is back, which honestly, even if he is back, let's say Aaron Rodgers goes back, right? Aaron Rodgers is getting up there in age. I don't care if he just won back-to-back MVPs. He's getting. Well, we're talking about 3-4 years down the line, right? For Dynasty,
Okay.
right? Sometimes 10 years if you want to be crazy. Even in 4 years, you really see how old is Rodgers now?
39?
39.
38? Let me look it up.
You think he's on the Tom Brady diet? I don't
No.
think so, buddy.
No.
All right.
No.
Look
Aaron
at the
Rodgers
guy.
is 38.
Aaron Rodgers, just look at the guy. He's definitely not on the Tom Brady train. Okay. Like in 4 years, I would assume he's not there.
Well, I don't think.
Even
Okay,
if he stays now.
First of all, Devontae Adams is 29 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one knock on him. Two, yes, you don't know where Rodgers is going to be. But if you're drafting Devontae Adams, first of all, I don't think you're paying much. Like, let's say it's a startup.
Yeah.
You're not getting him in the first couple rounds.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's your own rankings.
Come on. You're not. Unless someone reaches, I don't think, like, would you rather him or would you rather, let's say you only got 2 years out of him. You could probably only get 2 years out of him. And let's say he only has Rodgers for 1 year. Now, call your shot right now. It is March 3rd, free agency's in a couple weeks. Rodgers stays or leaves?
He's staying.
I think he stays, actually.
I think he's staying.
I think they've been making some moves to save some money and pay him another. He's kind of doing like that LeBron James contract had with Cleveland where he re-ups every year.
Yeah.
And Rodgers, we know, is a drama king, and I know you can't stand him. But he just won back-to-back MVPs.
And even if he goes back, he's not winning another ring. He's a one and done. That's all he's gonna get. He's gonna have that one. You think he's gonna win one even if he goes back?
I don't know. But I think going back is the best spot for him to continue trying to get back into the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, the only other spot I can see maybe is Denver. That's literally it.
Maybe, but also, dude, they were just stupid special teams plays away from playing the Rams in the NFC Championship, and then you don't know what happens.
And Aaron Rodgers too. Aaron Rodgers didn't do any shit that game.
That's true. He didn't do much.
Like he does every playoffs. He doesn't show up. That's literally a knock on him. Like he is an amazing regular season quarterback, but when it comes to the playoffs, he chokes. He's a choke artist. So I hate him. So
okay, so number 6, who you got there? Oh, Devontae Adams.
I was my number 6, yeah.
Oh, okay. I have AJ Brown. There.
Oh, okay. So again, just flip flopped.
But I'm gonna be honest, like I had him a little lower, and I'm like, damn man, AJ Brown is another one that he can just win you a week. He can put up 35. He won me in the playoffs in one league. When he came back from his injury,
he put up a 50-point game.
I don't know if it was that big of a game.
He had an insane game.
Yeah, he had a stupid game. Let me look at it.
Because doesn't Will have AJ Brown? And I think that week Debo and AJ Brown just went off.
It was week 16, which is the playoffs.
Really, week 16.
It was the playoff before the championship of fantasy. He put up 11 receptions, 145 yards, and a touchdown. That's 31 points.
Damn.
You know, like he can do that. He can literally win you weeks. So his knock is he keeps getting hurt. He's gonna miss 2 to 3, 4 games a year.
Yeah, and
it's frustrating. It is.
For
sure. So I don't want to spend too much time on him. Who is your number 7?
Number 7 is Deebo Samuel.
Have we had the same? We have still not landed the same person on the same number.
No, we keep giving them backwards. So Deebo Samuel, they're moving on from Jimmy G, right? He's amazing. I mean, not Jimmy G. Deebo is amazing. Trey Lance might either make Deebo's value skyrocket, or it might hurt him too. Like we don't know. Like Jimmy G is.
So he's a guy where you have the QB as a question mark.
Yeah, man. Like half of them are. Yeah.
No, I know.
I put question mark because even though we know who the QB is, right? We don't know how it's going to affect Deebo. It can either be an amazing thing or it can be worse. Maybe Trey Lance spreads the ball around more. He definitely runs. He's going to run more than Jimmy G. Like that can all hurt his value. Or maybe this guy apparently has a damn rocket as an arm. Maybe that's going to make Deebo skyrocket. Don't know yet. So I put him at 7.
Another thing, I have the same worries as you, right? the QB question mark. And Trey Lance is going to run probably for 1,000 yards next year.
Oh yeah.
All right. Also, Mike McDaniels is gone. I think that's going to definitely play.
It's a Shanahan offense, man.
I know.
Okay. The offense
Yeah,
is
but
not going to change.
also, no, it's not going to change. But also, Debo might not be used as much in the run game. You know, maybe they finally say,
I don't
"Hey,
think so. I think
we have Elijah Mitchell and we have Trey Sermon that did nothing all year, 2nd-round pick."
Yeah, but it's also San Fran, where somehow in San Fran every year the running backs get hurt. I feel like every year they get hurt. So
they need a new field or something.
Debo's going to get his running opportunities. I'm not worried about that. I think.
Yeah, I mean,
honestly, bro, half the league now is. I think I tweeted. I don't know if you saw, or maybe I texted you. I was like,
everyone's looking for the Debo Samuel or something.
No, every NFL team thinks they have a Debo Samuel already on their roster for some reason, right? Giant fans. I don't know about Dolphin fans, but I'm sure.
You don't think we think we have one with Mike McDaniel? They think it's with Jalen Waddle.
Okay, Jalen Waddle.
They actually think it's Lynn Bowden Jr.
You know, I have him in Dynasty.
I know. I saw you freaking got him. I was so pissed.
Giant fans, Kadarius Toney, which I could see it, but also Kadarius, same knock as Debo had before was injuries.
Yeah.
Right? Kadarius Toney, same thing. Like, I mean, who knows, right? But the fact that the whole NFL is now trying to kind of copy them and have this guy, like, you think that guy is gonna stop being the guy? You know what I mean? Like, I think they're gonna keep using him the way they were using him this year, unless he starts getting banged up a lot. Then they gotta be like, okay,
then they're gonna we need to stop rushing him so much.
Yeah, which I mean, I think the last game they played of the season, he got hurt.
He was getting like 10 to 15 carries a game.
Oh, he was an RB1.
Yeah. What he said? Call him wide back.
Wide back.
Yeah. Okay. Not 10. 10 is exaggeration. He had a low of 5 carries, a high of 8 carries. The second half of the season.
The reason that Brandon Ayuk kind of resurfaced midway through the season was because he kind of became the wide receiver 1 whenever Debo was playing running back pretty much.
Yeah, Debo had like no receptions towards the end of the year.
Yeah, exactly.
He had 4, 9, 3, 4.
Yeah.
But he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rushing touchdowns.
No, the dude, he's a beast. He is a good football player.
So right. I actually have Debo at 9.
Oh shit.
But so my number 7, going with, where is it?
Jalen Waddle.
Jalen Waddle.
Okay.
The man is 23 years old. He is staying. He's paired up with his QB.
For now.
We'll see. But I think they're going to be together for the next foreseeable future. He broke the all-time rookie receptions record. Missed a game due to COVID. Still broke the record. So he actually played a 16-game season. So he broke the record in
the regular season.
In a regular season.
A regular season, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't get the bonus because of the 17th game.
So I got you. Now he broke that record because he was your only option as well. I mean, obviously, I know he's amazing. He has the talent, right? So, but if you guys had anybody else, he might not have broken that record. And you would assume you guys are getting somebody else.
Yes. So
hopefully,
I actually think we're going to draft somebody either with the 29th pick. Treylon Burks, I wouldn't not mind. Drake London, bigger body. Treylon Burks is
Drake London would not be a great pick, my guy. Drake London is going top 10.
See, there's talks of Treylon Burks going to the top 10, but then there's also talks that the receivers in this class, I think are going to be good.
Yeah, 29, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they won't be there unless you guys trade up for them.
But actually, I don't think we're doing any trading up. I don't know. But there's talks that one of those receivers is going to be there towards the end of the draft. No, I don't know. I could see us taking a running back, Kenny Walker, maybe there, or a lineman.
Kenny Walker, some drafts, he's going like in the way later rounds.
See, that's the thing. This draft is going to be crazy, man.
I've seen Kenneth Walker going like in the 5th round, my guy.
No,
swear to God,
really?
maybe it was 4th round. Yeah,
no,
it was a later.
That he could be the first running back, or it could be Breece Hall, or it could be
I've
Isaiah
seen
Spiller.
Breece Hall.
It's between one of those 3 is going to go in the 1st round.
No,
and I think both the other 2 go in the 2nd or 3rd round.
This is my knock on Waddle, right? I love Waddle. I think he's a beast. But with Tua and just Waddle himself, he's not, or he at least he wasn't a big play guy. He had like a couple, right? He is a PPR like merchant, pretty much, right?
Okay.
Like, so him breaking that record, right? Like that's a lot of fantasy points that came just in PPR off those receptions, right? Again, if you guys get like a let's say you guys go happen to sign Chris Godwin. Not saying you guys are, that's the
Let's
thing.
say Allen Robinson, because I
Fine.
could see that happening.
Either one, those receptions are going to go down.
They are.
Right? And that's a big part of his fantasy game.
Yes. Now, hold on. The Dolphins did not use Jalen Waddle to Jalen Waddle's full potential. Couple reasons. They suck. The offense could not live past 5 to 10 yards. 5 to 7 yards. The offensive line was so bad that Tua could not draw back enough for the receivers to get far enough down the field.
And you think it's going to be that much better?
It has to be, man. It has to be.
I saw this.
I know the entire league needs offensive line.
Well, I saw an Instagram post. It was like
you're going to go from 32 at least to 20 is an upgrade.
You're making that big of a jump.
25, something like that.
I saw an Instagram post where they polled fans to see what position they need the most, right? And like, it was like quarterbacks, and it was like 3 or 4 teams said quarterback. Receiver was like 3 or 4 teams. Like 15 teams put offensive linemen, right? And also, knock on the last coaches or whatever. But how do we not know that this is Tua's game? What if 5 to 7 yards is where Tua lives?
They did it together in college.
Okay, yeah, but
so we've seen it. They can do it.
You know, one of the knocks on Tua is his arm strength,
yes,
which could have been sapped. People think could have been sapped due to the hip injury. What if this is where he lives now? 5 to 7 yards, just quick 5 to 7 yards.
Well, I think that,
so. What if we can never see Waddle be the big play guy because of it?
I'm trying not to get into drink the Kool-Aid with Mike McDaniel. Because I've seen this movie freaking 10 times in the last 10 years, right?
Yeah, I get you.
But I am optimistic that he is going to actually bring some creativity into this offense.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Use Jalen Waddle in different ways other than just freaking 5 yards or pass it at the line of scrimmage and then let him run. Like, no, I think he's going to be more creative. Yes, his PPR, the receptions are going to go down because they're going to add a receiver. I could see Allen Robinson. I don't see Chris Godwin. I don't see a big contract. I could see somewhere like maybe a veteran like Allen Robinson or something like that. I also think we're going to draft somebody, 2nd round, 3rd round. And then, but also I don't like, let's say an Allen Robinson. Let's say a Treylon Burke would be amazing. I don't think that they would hurt his value.
Okay.
Like you said earlier, I think he can, because he is more of a weapon, he can be used in many different ways and it won't hurt his value.
I think Mike McDaniel will use him correctly, right? Like, or better than Flores and his staff did. But again, without that PPR, to me, as a big knock, like it's going to hurt him.
Yeah, he's not going to get 115 receptions or whatever the record is. He's not going to do it again.
So like, I've seen him do that. Right, it's only been 1 year. So if you take that away, I haven't seen him the big plays. Next year, when we're doing these rankings, maybe Waddle has some big plays this year. Maybe he's top 5. Maybe he drops out of the top 10 for you. You never know. But right now, I think he's not in my top 10. But I did put him in my honorable mentions. I almost put him at 10. Almost. I was like, damn, I really want to put him here.
You didn't put him in the top 10.
He's like my 11th, 12th guy.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, mainly 11 because I almost put him in the top 10.
So that's already we're off to it. We already have different players.
Like, and the only reason, here's my 11th guy, my 12th guy would have been better than above Waddle, but Waddle's the H thing. So my number 8, right? That was your number 8.
That was my number 7. Who's your number 8?
My number 8, we don't really got to talk a lot about it because we already did. It's CD Lamb.
Okay.
I put him there.
So my number 8 is DK Metcalf.
Oh, okay.
24. DK Metcalf is honestly, he could be at 3 or 4.
He was Jefferson before Jefferson.
Like he was the whole this guy's insane.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson, I think Russell's going to be fine, and I think Russell stays.
Okay.
Right? Russell Wilson did not look right, man. The broken finger, the broken whatever it was, his thumb, really affected him. And you saw game by game, he got better and better and better. Bro, he looked so bad. They shouldn't have rushed him back. Right? They weren't winning anything, so why'd you rush him back?
Yeah.
And he cost, dude. I traded. Remember, I traded for DK.
Oh, I know.
Literally didn't hit double digits since I got him, except that 3 touchdown game in the championship, which didn't matter because I didn't make it.
Yeah.
But DK Metcalf, I'm going to be quick on him. He's a freak. He's 24 years old. He has potential to hit freaking 30 points, and he's going to be. I think he'll be paired with Russell Wilson for at least a couple more years.
So that was number 8. My number 9 is DK Metcalf.
Okay.
Right, and the only reason he is still a top 10 guy is because of that talent. It's because we've seen it.
But, I mean, let's say he's paired with Jimmy G. I think he'll still be top 10.
But his struggles this year, right, this past season, Gino, Russell, whatever the case might be, DK still struggled. He literally disappeared for like 4 weeks, I think it was. Right? Yeah. So, but again, that took him out of my top 3, but his talent still kept him in my top 10. And then Russell. We don't know about Russell. I mean, I honestly think Russell wants out of Seattle. Whether he gets it or not, or where he goes, who knows? Mm-hmm. But I think that the Seahawks are pretty close to just blowing it up, or whatever they have to blow up.
Yeah, they don't have much left.
But they had a championship window that has sailed probably for the past few years.
I mean, they won a Super Bowl, so I know, but oh my God, did they go back? Yes, they've been. The freaking Patriots beat them with the damn Marshawn Lynch run.
Yeah, of course.
Or the non-run.
Yeah, the Malcolm Butler interception.
Malcolm Butler, yeah. Okay, my number 9, Deebo Samuel. Honestly, 10. I couldn't put him anywhere. So number 10. So this is probably a different player. Yeah, who's your number 10?
DJ Moore.
Oh, okay.
Who's your number 10?
Devontae Adams.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, okay. and only because
I forgot. I didn't realize you haven't mentioned him yet.
Yeah, only because the window is very small.
Okay.
And the Aaron Rodgers issue. But honestly, if he's paired with Aaron Rodgers and he's got another 2 years, I move him up a little more.
Okay.
But I couldn't leave him off the top 10, so I just put him at 10. Kind of like what I did with Deshaun Watson. Like I couldn't leave him off the top 10.
I got you.
I just put him at 10.
Yeah, I put DJ Moore. I think DJ Moore, he's still young. Even though I feel like
he's 24. He's been in the league forever.
I feel like he's been in the league forever, but he's a beast. He's a beast, right? And they are going to upgrade at quarterback. They can't get worse.
I think Deshaun Watson's going there.
I could see that. Regardless of who it is, Jimmy G, Deshaun Watson, you name it. It's going to be an upgrade over Cam Newton and Sam Darnold. And when Sam Darnold played well the first 5 weeks, DJ Moore was like the top receiver. He was amazing like the first 5 weeks. You give this guy a good quarterback and he could easily be top 7, I'll say. Right? And this is all just putting my faith in the fact that they're going to upgrade their quarterback. If they go back in next year with just Sam Darnold and Cam Newton, I might drive to Charlotte myself and just go protest. I'll be so pissed.
No, they're not going to do that. So give me some honorable mentions. You know who we both left off?
I put 4 guys in my honorable mentions. Want to hear the names?
We left off Stephon Diggs.
Well, let me tell you my names.
Go ahead.
These are not in any order because these are just honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs, T. Higgins, Jalen Waddle, Deontay Johnson. Which a lot of places, like a lot of rankings I saw, had Stephon, Waddle, and Deontay in their top 10.
Yeah, the thing with Deontay, I wanted to put him in, but Big Ben's gone. We have no clue how that offense is going to look.
To me, Deontay, fantasy-wise, like what makes him good, it's the same as Waddle.
The volume?
The volume, the PPR. We don't know who. Maybe they get a quarterback that likes to air it out more. Maybe that goes to more to Claypool now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we don't know. It is a good thing that Juju is probably gone.
Did you have T. Higgins? Did you have T. Higgins anywhere?
As I mentioned. As an honorable mention. Yeah, T. Higgins. I almost put him at 10. But I'm like, I can't put 2 Bengals in the top 10, man.
I mean, why not? Burrow's going to throw for 5,000 yards probably every year.
No, man. It's insane.
I put like honorable mentions as well. Stephon Diggs, T. Higgins. I had DJ Moore as an honorable mention.
Oh, and Diggs is just the age to me. Just the age.
Yeah, Diggs is just age.
He has the best quarterback.
He's paired to the best quarterback. Yeah.
Yeah, like one of the best offenses, one of the best passing offenses, if not the best passing offense.
Yeah.
You
know who I think will be in this conversation next year?
So a rookie or a second-year player?
Treylon Burks will be in this conversation next year.
I think Drake London is going
to be. You think Drake London?
Yeah, man.
Bro, you know all the talk.
I've seen mock drafts of the Giants taking him at 5 or 7.
Really?
I don't think they should.
You guys are paying Galladay. You have.
I don't think we need a receiver. I mean, the thing is, Tony, you need 3.
You need 3. I know, but do you guys need to draft a receiver at 5? No.
Well, I mean, I don't think so. But
fix your offensive line.
The people. Well, I don't think we go offensive line either.
5 and 7.
Joe Shane has been preaching, like how the Buffalo Bills, they used to have a terrible offensive line, and they rebuilt it. They never spent a first round. It was signing like veterans, second, third round guys, maybe a Zion Johnson in the second round, like or whatever. Right? I think we go defense. I think if Kayvon Thibodeau, I pronounce his name, is there
at 5, you think he'll be there?
If he is,
I mean, I honestly, Malik Willis might be going top 2 or 3.
Evan Neal, Hutchinson, the Hamilton, the safety,
Sauce Gardner, cornerback.
Oh yeah, he could be there,
bro. But the fact that you guys have 5 and 7 is fun, bro. That's exciting.
Yeah, man. I'm nervous.
Yeah.
All right, but I have Joe Shane now. I have more faith that he won't mess it up. Okay.
Gettleman was not good, man.
I honestly, and Giant fans would not Gettleman. I don't think Gettleman was the worst.
Bro,
top first 2 rounds of the draft. He hit on some guys. He was terrible when it comes to cap management. Which I mean, Joe Shane's already. I think yesterday he cleared like $16 million in cap yesterday with 2 cuts from guys that Gettleman signed just last year. I think we ate like $4 million in dead cap, but that's gonna happen. You know, so it is what it is. I could see. The whole reason we started this, Sterling Shepard's probably gonna get cut.
Well, I saw that they want him to take a pay cut. Maybe he takes the pay cut.
I think he should. I think that's a smart thing.
Yeah,
he's coming. He just tore his Achilles.
Oh, okay.
Who's gonna pay him?
Sign you? Yeah,
like just take the pay cut.
Do a one improve it year, 1 year improve it,
and that's what Joe Shane said he's gonna do. He said because of the cap thing, and you know we're low key blowing it up. You know, doing a rebuild the proper way. He said there's going to be a lot of 1 year prove it deals.
Okay.
Yeah, which is smart. So
okay. Breaking news: Victor Oladipo will return to the Heat next Monday.
Oh, he'll be in my Dynasty team.
You do have him.
Yeah.
All right, man. This was fun. It ran a little long, but I knew the receivers was gonna. Dude, we were different on every pick.
Yeah, I don't think we had a single one that was in the same pick, the same slot, right?
No, I don't think so. Good. I like that.
Sure.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Listen, we are posting polls on Twitter nonstop at the Sports Nerds 1. Catch us on YouTube if you want to see our handsome faces. Catch us on YouTube and listen to us on Spotify. You can give us that 5 stars on Spotify. That'd be awesome.
It helps a lot.
Yeah.
So, Apple Podcasts.
Yes, follow us on
We're
Apple
everywhere. Wherever you hear your podcast.
Yeah, we're everywhere.
We're everywhere.
Honestly, focus on that Spotify and YouTube. That's what we want.
Yeah.
All right, man. Good job. I'll see you next week. What are we doing?
Sir.
Running backs?
Running backs.
We'll do running backs?
I mean, I think when we get to tight ends, you can't do. Can you imagine? You can't do top 10 tight ends.
Should we even bother?
Maybe top 5.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to talk about Dawson Knox for half an hour.
Free agency coming soon.
He might not even be there because the Bills are interested in Gronk.
Trey McBride. Gronk.
That might. You talking about McBride's last name?
I thought you were gonna say they're gonna draft Trey McBride.
No, that's a future Giant, man. Come on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Anyways, all right, man.
All right,
I'll catch you later, guys. Thanks for listening. Take it easy.